Class 20D students, today I am going to teach you sociology, that is dated 29/4/2020, Wednesday. Chapter 5, Patterns of Social Inequality and Exclusion, remaining portion. Now in this chapter we'll deal subtopics which are left. There other backward classes, then Adivasi struggle, women's quest for equality and rights, social reformers, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati, M.B. Ranade, Jyotiba Phule, Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, and women reformers, Tarabai Sinde and Begum Rokhaya Sakhawat Hussain. Now first, other backward classes. They are the caste lying in between upper caste and lowest caste, Shudras. Shudra and general caste, they are the in between. These castes are lying. For example, Yadavas, Kurmis, barber, blacksmith, goldsmith, etc. Now they have been, when India became independent, although they were not, there was not so much of discrimination or exploitation of these castes. They were not economically poor. They were socially and educationally backward. So when India became independent, after the first parliament in 1952, there was demand from backward caste for reservation in government jobs and educational institutes. So after a lot of protest and hesitation, finally the government agreed to set up Kaka Kalekar Commission. In 1953, Kaka Kalekar Commission gave its report, and the report was that about 2,800 castes were declared as OBC caste, and a provision was made that 27% of reservation should be given in class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4 services, and age relaxation. So this was finally, report came in, but Pandit Nehru was the Prime Minister. He rejected the proposal and it was not implemented. He said that public services are not meant for public, and it was not accepted. Finally, again there was a lot of demand and hesitation, and when in 1977 Janata Party came to power, they promised that they will give reservation to OBC caste. So Mandal Commission was appointed in 1977. In 1979, Mandal Commission submitted its report, and there were about 3,000 castes considered as socially educationally backward, and same provision, 27% reservation was to be given to them. Finally, when it was about to implement, Janata Party was voted out of power. Parliament was abolished. So finally, in 1990, when VP Singh became the Prime Minister, 1989, and in 1990 he implemented Mandal Commission, and finally in 1992 Supreme Court gave its verdict and it was accepted. So OBC also got 27% reservation in government jobs, educational institute. Now next topic is Adivasi struggle. Adivasis, they are called with different name: Janjati, Girijan, Banjatis, Adivasis, tribals. They like to be alone, isolated, and their occupation well connected to the forest. They were hunters, gatherers, honey collectors, shifting cultivators. During British rule, maximum exploitation of forest dwellers, these Adivasis. Forests were cleared for collecting timber, setting of roads, railway tracks. The tribals who were dependent on the forest lost their livelihood. Some of them became thieves and stole timber and poached animals, and some of them went to cities like Bombay, Delhi, started working as manual laborers. Others, thus the tribals revolted, their protest revolted and protested, which led the British to reserve areas known as exclusive areas, partially exclusive areas for tribals. The non-tribals were not allowed to enter the area, but this was not implemented properly since the weaker sections were sidelined and the outsider went there in the tribal areas whom the tribals called Dekus. They exploited, they anyhow grabbed the land of the Adivasis, captured the forest products, bought the forest product cheaply, and thus again exploitation of the tribals. After independent, development continued to take place, so the tribals suffered. Road, railways, tracks had to be made and timber had to be used. Hydroelectric projects, dams, multi-purpose project using recreational purpose of the culture of the tribal gets clouded. This displaced the tribals and their livelihood was taken away. The tribals began hydroelectric projects, dams, multi-purpose dams, recreational purpose, and the culture of the tribals gets clouded. This displaced the tribals and their livelihood was taken away. The tribals began revolt, rebellions, protest, agitation due to exploitation and discrimination by the government officials and outsiders. The Adivasi tribal movement came across and 3 states were formed. Finally, their dream was fulfilled, and in 2003, state Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, and Chhattisgarh were formed, which were demand of the tribals. Now, women's quest for equality and rights. Women are considered to be physically and biologically weaker, but they are not socially or economically weak. This is due to the patriarchal society and mindset of the people. And they have been trying to quest for equality from long. They were prominent politician Indira Gandhi, Mayawati, Sheila Dikshit. They were good in the sports. Singers like Lata Mangeshkar. Then they went to space also, Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams. So they are not less behind, but this was after independence only. Before, till independence, there was a lot of exploitation. Social reformers, the male reformers wanted to make change in the society for women and Dalits. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and there was so many evils in Indian society. So there was Sati Pratha. So in 1829, Raja Ram Mohan Roy fought against Sati Pratha, and the William Belting was the Governor General, and 1829 law was passed against Sati Pratha. Then M.G. Ranade, who worked for the widow remarriage, and finally in 1856 Widow Remarriage Act was passed. Dayanand Saraswati started the Arya Samaj to educate the girl child, upliftment of women both socially and economically, abolishment of child marriage, encouraged widow remarriage. He was against the study of Western education and he wanted people to study the Vedas and learn about housekeeping as they would ultimately become homemakers. Then there was Jyotiba Phule. He was a Dalit, low caste, gardener caste, and started the association called Satya Sodhak Samaj, Truth Seeking Society, focused on the status of Dalits and women, and this was the first Indian to form a college for women in Pune. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was a well-educated Muslim and he wanted the Muslim women to be educated, and they were suppressed due to the Parda system, but they should learn about housekeeping and all, and modern. He worked for the modern education and tried to remove the evils in the Muslim society. Then Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he also worked for the remarriage of widows. He opened so many schools and colleges for girls. He encouraged men to marry the widows and arrange community marriages. He did this to give respect to the women. Now there were women reformers. Tarabai Sunde wrote a book called Stri Purush Tulna in 1882, which spoke about how men treated women. She was suppressed. Women race were given a very low status. Women were ill-treated like slaves. There was prevalence of polygamy, so men would marry women. She felt that women were degraded, and so she wrote the book to spread awareness about the importance of women and the effort of women to quest for equality. Then Begum Ruqayya Sakhawat Hussain wrote an interesting short story, Sultana's Dream, in 1915, where there was role reversal, men and women, magical word, satire. She created a world where matrilineal society. She talked about matrilineal society. The man usually worked, stayed there and cooked and did all the household work, and women would work, job, go in markets. In reality, it was very rural for a man to do household work. Men should help women and leave them go out of sometimes. So, provision for women. So, all these in the Karachi session of Indian National Congress 1931, effort was made by the government. Everyone is equal in the eyes of law, irrespective of their religion, caste, language and sex they belong to. One should be allowed to hold position in society, in government job, not taking in account their caste, language. Universal adult franchise should be allowed. The women should have the right to vote irrespective of their gender bias. All women have right to vote, right to stand for any office, to take up any job. That's all.